Yeah, trade intuition, flipping charts, mad precision. We on the grind, no sleep, endless mission. Crypto waves, no tide, just decisions. Ride or die with the block's ambition. Let's make this money, profits rain like monsoon. Bull or bear, we adapt, typhoon. While it's packed, no room, full bloom. Path to riches, straight shot, no detour too soon. Trading is only as difficult as you make it. Rise, fall, rise again, never fake it. Cold wallets, private keys, gotta break it. Crypto life on the edge, let's shake it. Trade intuition, candlestick intuition. Charts wilder than Wild West ambition. We got the drive, mad clicks, no permission. Ready for the moon, orbit's our mission. Let's make this money, stacking sats, no fiat. Eyes on the prize, mad gains, where's the hat? Diamond hands, no flinch, iron combat. Full speed to the peak, no fall back. Trading is only as difficult as you.
3, 2, 1. Let's go. Where's the intro? Roll the intro. I'm in the charts all day. My goal is to make you money. I provide the information required to know exactly when to enter. I don't give this blanket statement, buy the breakout, buy the retest. Join me every single day, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to understand the who, what, where, when, and especially the why when it comes to trading. This is why the coin's dumping. Every 7 days, it's releasing tokens. All right, very good. Checking the mic. Mic looks good. Bingo and a bango. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is your time. It's always time to make this money. So let me know, guys. Let me know if the audio is too much. I'm turning it down just a little bit. Don't want to blow out your eardrums. Don't want to have any popping sounds on the audio. Again, any kind of feedback that you give me when it comes to the audio, it really does help because I'm always adjusting it. All right, so I do thank you guys very much. My name is Joe. This is Trade Intuition, and we are seeing green. Green, green, green. Why? Well, because it was red. You're going to see green after red. You're going to see red after green. It's just the way it goes. It's a cycle that never ends. Now, it'll be green for a bit, and we might even see double greens before we start going to the reds again, and then possibly double reds. So we're going to go over that. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Crypto Candy. Appreciate that. So we're going to go over that in just a moment. What we always do is we do Bitcoin, and then we do your coins. This is a free hour of mentorship. Ask questions. I absolutely love questions. And if maybe it's something I don't even know yet, well, we can all research it. We can all look it up. And this is a journey we're taking together, guys. This is a journey we're taking together. Now, granted, what I do is I share my experiences with you. And I think that's the biggest thing. Like, don't read me something off of a website or read me something out of a book or something you remember. Like, show me your actual experience. That's what I do every single day, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I give you my experience on all this stuff that I read, that I, experienced, that I got mentors for. I give you the true life experience on the results. So hopefully you like that, guys. And once again, tune in every single day, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do this every day. Now, this is 1 hour of free mentorship. So once again, there are no dumb questions. If you have a question, it's either something that we've already had before or haven't thought of yet. So definitely, don't be embarrassed or anything like that. We're here to learn together. All right, moving forward. Let's see here. Can we look at FET? Yes, definitely. Definitely. We got some requests coming in already. Very nice. Of course, we do have the pinned message. If you're interested in joining the group, it's a group of like-minded traders. It's a group where you don't have to feel embarrassed or ashamed or, whether you're barely brand new or experienced. This is a place where we all come together and we share our thoughts. We share our thought process. We share our, man, I got wrecked today. Hey, me too. And that way you're not alone. Why'd you get wrecked? Man, I didn't do a stop loss. I knew I should have. Well, okay. Put a stop loss, So with that being said, let's go and get started. Let's see here. CryptoCandy says, let's see what our boy Joy has popping today. Yes, definitely. It's a bumpy market, man. It was a bumpy market. This morning, we were actually looking at Bitcoin, and we'll go over that in just a second. But right now, the market is green. Why is it green? Because it came down. That's why. How does it look on the daily? We were looking on the hour on the daily. It's still red. But maybe at the end of the day, it may be green before tomorrow, which might be red again. But we'll see. Get out of here. Now, let's look at Bitcoin. Let's get rid of this. This is a dumb trend line. I'm just messing around. So this is on the 15-minute time frame. This is what we were looking this morning in the group, the VIP group. We were looking this morning in reference to this small little fib retracement that we did, and the price action was up here. Now, of course, here's the low, and this is what I teach. So what I'm teaching y'all is actually market structure. Now, everything that I do, it's to simplify stuff. I don't say the words market structure. I don't say the words change of character or break of structure. I don't use those words because, in my opinion, those words may be confusing because it's another thing you have to remember. I show you, here's a low. If it breaks this low, more than likely it's going to go down. More than likely, because this is a support area. Here's a high. Now, it created a lower high, so it's losing strength. Everything that I show you is in the most simplistic form. Now, I'm actually showing you market structure. I'm actually showing you a change of character, break of structure. I'm showing you all that stuff without giving it names, just so we can simplify it. Lower high, meaning possibly price is weakening. Possible. Now, anything can happen. It can come down a little bit and then shoot up. Now, when it does shoot up, this is what we're always doing. So it is Alt-T. Let me see if I can do this. Alt-T. And then I click, and then I click again. Now, if you hold down Shift, you do a straight line. Like, you can go up and down, but you do a straight line. So that's a little shortcut. Now, if you hold down Control, it actually goes into snaps in place. Because when you hold down Control, it does the magnet. All right. Those are a little couple shortcuts. Now, what I want to do is I actually want to get from the wick. So here I got from the wick, and let's go ahead and make sure that this is here. So if the price action were to come down and then break this current high, well, now it's actually possibly changing the direction, and it's possibly changing the trend. So again, everything that I show you, even though it's on Bitcoin, I'm showing this to you to where you can implement this on any coin. And what we're doing is we're doing levels. Here we go. Let's say, for example, we had this high. Then we created this high. And the price is coming down. Now the price does this, comes up here, and now gets rejected. Now, if you trade patterns, you would see this as a double top. I don't trade patterns. I trade support resistance. So this is telling me that we had a low right here. This low got supported. So this is a support level. It got supported. It came up to resistance, got rejected. So now we're just waiting. Is it going to break up or is it going to break down? And then we react. We don't enter the trade because it's a double top. We don't enter the trade because it's a double bottom. We wait to see what happens, and let's say it goes and it breaks out this way. Okay? So now, if we were looking at this for a long, we would know that our next level of resistance is right here. So with it being so close and us possibly doing very low leverage or no leverage, we would wait till it breaks this low, and then we'd enter the trade for a long, knowing that we have support here and support here. So that's what we do. All right. Oh, we got Theo in the house. What's up? What's up, Theo? Appreciate you, man, for being here. Now, when we were looking at this, we were looking at it right here. As it was happening, boom, dump city, 9:30 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. We were in the group talking about this. I think this is like 7. I don't even remember. It was pretty early. And sure enough, it dumped. Then it dumped some more. And looking at shorts, they had already moved. They moved as much as Bitcoin, if not more. Well, actually more. And it's like, man, let's just wait. Let's just wait and see. And then I think we ended up doing one short. Not like all these other groups that have like 20, 40, 80 charts out already, that are just willing to wreck you. I just posted one, and it's high risk, and it's actually one. It's this one. I don't know if I'll show you. But it's one that we had in the group earlier, where we got stopped out literally to the. So let's just say, it has. Let's just say. Well, it got right to the exact penny. 100 millionth of a percent, or whatever it was. It's right to the darn penny. So we got stopped out. And, so we used that same chart because the chart is fine. And, I think it's going to do well. So we did enter the trade, and now we're just waiting. Right now we're still in the positive. Even though, prices have come up a little bit, we're still in the positive. But, yeah, so this is Bitcoin right now. One thing that I like doing, let's go to the daily. I like doing this. So I actually cleared out all of my stuff today. I was messing around. I was like, you know what? Let me clear out all my stuff. I had so many folders in here. It was ridiculous. Let's go this. Okay. Is it this one? Yes. Okay. So let's put this in our daily folder. And then let's hide everything there. And then this is our smaller folder. So let's just kind of hide this for now. So what I love doing, and I mentioned this multiple times, is I love just going and looking at this with a fresh set of eyes. Because if you're looking at this over and over and over again with the same thought process, you may create a bias, and something might show up and you not even recognize it because you're so honed in onto your bias, the direction you think it's going to go. So what I'm doing, every so many days, maybe a week or so, usually it's like every so many days, if not at least a week, I go and I look and I see this. Yeah, we'll check out Popcat. Definitely, guys. Definitely. Yeah, put up the ones that you want me to do in the chat, and we would definitely check those out. So what I do, I even labeled this one for daily. So here we have, a pull from here to this up here, and gives us our golden pocket area, which is right here. Now, this is the area that I'm very interested in, between 52 and 50. This right here is a very, very weak support zone that we've already labeled prior. And this wick actually went right to it. Now, we've mentioned this since the beginning of the year, to where I would love to see the price action come in here and build up this strength of this very weak zone, come down here for a few weeks, and then possibly go up. Now, with that being said, since we did touch it and then come up right away, if it does come down to here, I think that it might lose it because it's already touched it. I think it might lose it. Might be here for a little bit, kind of trick everybody, and then come down to our stronger area of support and resistance between 44 and 40. So this is the next level that I'm looking at for very strong support. Now, other people have started mentioning that they're looking, if Bitcoin does come down, around 48, 52. I think I heard one say 44, but the average is around 48. I think, and that would be this level right here. About. Now, one thing with all of this support resistance stuff that we do, it's not like, oh, that dude's a genius, he's calling out 48.5, and then somebody else is calling out 48.2, and someone, it's just a range. It's an average. Like nobody knows the exact number, but what we do know is we know where we can find a candle body stop, or maybe they use candle wicks. I don't. I use candle bodies because candle bodies, in my opinion, are stronger, depending on what time frame you're on. Now, of course, if you go to a weekly, well, all this is going to be a wick. But I do prefer the dailies, and for me, this is my strategy that I use, which I would do like this. So for this one, it's 46.9, which would be, we'll just say 47. But for my level, it's 44.2, and also we'll say 40.5. This is my level. These are my levels right here, that I think that the price action may come down to this zone. Really nice, strong zone. Nobody knows until it happens. Now, the reason I'm still bearish is because of this right here. So let me show you this. If the price action breaks above this level and gains support, then it's bullish. Because now what it's doing is it's creating a higher high. So we have all these highs, lower, 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 lower. And if we break this, and then now we're creating a higher one. So this is why it'll be bullish. Now this is the POC level on the macro, which would be, and I don't know if I have it here. I don't think I do. Okay, I don't. But no. And then we have the POC for the, so from here to here, this is the point of control. Then from, let's see here. Where did I pull it from? Well, it was from here. Let me just double check because I don't want to give you all misinformation. So from here, here, yeah. So from the start of the move to all of this, we have the point of control way up here. Way up here at 67.2. Now for the macro, as we just mentioned earlier, so that's the macro, and then the smaller one from this high to this, so this zone, that's where we get this. I'll just give you a heads up. Let's see here. And then this is, of course, our fib retracement, where we talked about this earlier. This is our golden pocket area. Let's see here. What else do I have here? I think that's it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the stuff. So let's do YouTube. Let's do YouTube. That way y'all don't see my VIP stuff. No VIP stuff for you. All right. So this one we did on YouTube. Let us get rid of some of this stuff. Get out of here. Confusing stuff. Go to this. Let's go get rid of this. That way it's just cleaner. All right, so right now we are looking at Popcat. We talked about this one earlier on YouTube. And I'm assuming it was around here because we moved our stop loss. And then we did end up getting stopped out. So we were actually in profit, but just barely. You can see this is our start of our entry. Our first target did hit and then came up. But that's what you do. You want to move up your stop loss, because if you don't move up your stop loss, then let's say we had our stop loss way up here. And here you only got one. And what was 4x? So you'll see that 4x short. So we got 24% of our first target. How many targets do we have? Only 2. Okay. So we took our first target, 50% of our investment. We made 24% of this. Now, the question is, how fast was the train going uphill in a 20-mile-an-hour zone? No, I don't know. There was a lot of math in that one. It's like, oh, there's a trick in here. But so that's what that is. Now, if we would have had our stop loss at, let's say, 5, so that would have been 20%, we would have been stopped out. So what we do in the group is, and I'm sure we took this one too, what we do in the group is we move our stop loss when need be. And so we got stopped out at, I'd say, plus 4%, about. So, and then, of course, this one. So we didn't lose any money on this. All right, moving on. Let's go. So this is still a level of interest. Let's delete this. Yeah, man, it came right to it. Didn't even get in it. So this is still an area of interest. Price is coming up. I do think on most coins that did this number, I do think that the price may come up. So let's come over here. Price may come up to our level and then come back down, break our level of support, and then continue down. I think right now we're getting like a false pump, false rally, false whatever you want to call it, sense of hope, anything that you want to call it. I think that's what's happening right now. You know, again, we had this nice dump. Normally what happens after a dump, usually you'll get a nice little pump. Sometimes they'll just keep on dumping. Like it just, I really wish that we could say that things definitely happen. You know, if X, Y, and Z happens, then R and T will happen for sure, 100%. But we can't. You know, if X, Y, and Z happens, then you might get this result, but if it doesn't come up to this level, then we might get rid of this result. But if this result doesn't happen, then we have to look for, you know, Q and R to see if maybe this happens. But we don't know yet. We have to wait to see if S does R and then T. It's like, there are so many different variables. Like I just want to know, is it going up or is it going down? That's all I want to know. But it's more difficult than just saying, oh, well, you had this and this going, or maybe you have 3 or 4 things that have confluence, which means it agrees with each other, that it's going to go up. Nobody knows. Now, granted, all the stuff that we're learning, it's to add to our thought process to where it gives us a percentage. It gives us a increased probability that something's going to happen. So, and that's all we're doing. That's all we're doing, because we don't know. Like we can know what the market makers are possibly doing, but what they're going to do is different. For this right here, this is the market makers, areas of interest. The market makers are very interested in pushing the price down to here and also here. However, the market makers may also be very interested in pushing up the price. So once again, we have either up or down. So again, like this is an area of interest. This is an area of interest. So let's go ahead and mark those levels. Geez, man, all of this is an area of interest. Let's go to a higher time frame. Yeah. All above it's an area of interest because of this huge dump. And that's what's going to get a lot of people right now, is because I do expect the price to come up. And usually when you have a dump, usually the price comes up to at least 75% of that start of the dump before it comes back down. Because now what it's doing is tricking everybody again. Oh, it's going to the moon. Let's get it. Then they get it, and then it comes down again. But we have literally all this area. So from here to here is an area of interest. We have all this. Now, does this mean that the price will come up first before it goes down? No. And this is the part where it's tricky. This is when, you know, people are using all of their indicators. Now, even these indicators, this is a indicator saying that it should possibly go up. Here we do have divergence. We have divergence. So we have a high and a lower high. We have a high, but a much higher high. So this is saying that it might come down. Now, it might come down just a little bit before it goes up. Here we have a green dots. We do have the money flow reducing to where it might turn into the green. We do have the VWAP to where it was up and then said, no, never mind. And it says yes, and then said, never mind. And it says, okay. So Let's see here. What's up, Dave P? Dave P in the house. So on this one, right now it's really difficult. It is really, really difficult. But so with all that said and done, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. And let's just look. What's this one? So here again, you know, we have our order blocks too. And they're right there in those areas. So with order blocks, for me, I like making stuff simple. For me, I see order blocks as a which they are too, very strong areas of support resistance. It's not a magnet. I hate the word magnet. I don't know why. I just do. Now, granted, I think because the word magnet makes me biased. Like it's going to go there. It has to. It's a magnet. It's really not. Like this is an area. This is an area that is resistance. This is an area that is resistance. Now, does it mean that the price action will definitely go there? No. You got order blocks there. Doesn't matter. Price will go wherever price wants to go. Now, granted, price should go up because, well, guess what? We want price to go up. So price should go up. And when it does, because we have order blocks here, this is an area of support / resistance. So we might get rejected here. Or if we do come up, we might get rejected here, come down, find support, come back up, so on and so forth. Now, once again, all the stuff that I'm teaching you, it's literally, well, it is market structure, it's all that stuff. Because what we're looking at is we're looking at the highs, we're looking at the lows, we're looking for breaks. Here we had a lower high, so this is showing weakness. Here it broke this level. This is when we would enter. And then, of course, it came down. Now, possibly, you know, we actually entered ours, the coin that we did enter. It wasn't this one, but it was a coin. But we entered it right around this level. You know, it already made a move, but we entered it just in case it continues, because it could always come down, come up to resistance, get rejected, do a bearish retest, come further down, go sideways, continue going down, depending on what Bitcoin does. So that's why we entered, and we only entered one trade. And in for demonstration's sake, we entered right here on our coin. Now, granted, it wasn't this one, but we did enter here. Now, with all that being said, Joe, you talk too much. I know, but what I love doing is I love giving you all this information. Now, with all that being said, let's look at this. Can we enter a short? Can we enter a long? I do think that if the price does go up, it more than likely will go up to the beginning of the massive dump this morning. So I think maybe 0.6157. This is where I think it might go to. Maybe even a wick up here, but hopefully not. And then start coming down. For me personally, I would not enter a short if it does come up here until it breaks one of the levels that it makes. So let's say it does this, comes down, comes up, comes down, comes up, maybe get this part, then comes down. Now, for me personally, I would not enter this short because it's very high risk until it breaks its level, which this one right here would be the highest low from this move. We have a low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Once it breaks this low, then that's when I would enter the short. And, you know, potentially, you know, come all the way back down again, and maybe even come this way, then come up here, and then come back down again. So that's what I would do. Now, if I was going to enter a long, now this, because of what happened, so this, and this is what I love. I love all these different variables. Because of what happened, we have to look at possibly two ways. One is the price action may come up to regain these levels of interest, which the market makers push down. If that is the case, so we're going to do Alt T, and we're gonna make sure our magnet tool's on. We're gonna go Alt T, we're gonna click, and we're gonna hold down Shift. We're gonna click again. This is the highest point. This includes the wick. Now, this is our highest point. If the price action breaks above this area and closes on the 15-minute time frame, then, in my opinion, it would be okay to do a long. Eventually, I want to do a short, but this would be okay to do a long, and more than likely, it'll come up here to this level of resistance, possibly come back down to this level, then go back up, break this level of support, then eventually do this number, and then, as we mentioned, as it comes down, you want to enter once it breaks one of the levels. So that's my thought process on that one. If we're going to go short, well, for me personally, I would enter right now, but I would only enter 50% of my entry. I would enter right now, and I would actually Alt T, and then nope, Alt T. You gotta remember to hold it down, I guess. Dang it! Gosh darn it to heck! I don't know. I forget how I do it. Good Lord. So if, for me personally, I would enter a short right now. And let me go ahead and, just for hypothetical reasons, let's go ahead and put this right. Did I get it? Let's get rid of this. Okay. So this is where I would have entered. And who knows? I might be completely wrong. It might come up. And if so, then of course I have my stop loss right above this level. So that's very important. But for me, I would enter a short right now. And then I would add to my short once it breaks this level on the 15-minute time frame. It has to break this. Candle must close underneath this level. I enter my short, and then here would be my targets. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully these numbers are big too. All right. So let me know if that helped, or if that was too much talking. Let me know. Give me feedback. Because right now, this is how it's going to be. It's like, man, the market makers are very interested in pushing it up. Very interested, but will they take this out first before it goes up? And that's one thing I absolutely hate. And we just have to wait. We have to wait till it breaks the level. And right now, it's in its little zone where we got to wait. All right. Let's see here. Going down the list. So let's look at this one. Dang it. I always hit default. Let's do YouTube so you don't see my coins or my charts. So this one is going to be FET. USDT. Okay, and I'm assuming this is just a regular chart. And let's see here, 50 SMA daily. Okay, so let's put on our moving averages. Now my moving average for the daily is the 50. I mean is the red. Okay. Let's get rid of all our junk. So my moving averages, the white one is the 9, the red is the 50, the orange one is the 30, and the yellow one is the 200. Now the price action is above the 50 for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, going on 6 days. So that is good. It looks like it formed a very nice bottom for FET. So let's do Alt H, and let's make sure our magnet tool is on. Let's go over here and just make sure it snaps in place. Now, it's looking good. We do have a bunch of areas that it should break if it does indeed break up. One of them is here. Next one is here. that it should break. Next one is here. So as it's coming up, it should potentially, come up here, break this level, come up, break this level, and it's always retracing. It's always coming back down, and it has to. Now, granted, this is, what we would like to see. Now, sometimes, it'll come up, it'll come down a little bit harder, come up, come down, to where it's taking up at least like 75% of the run up, sometimes. Now, one thing that you don't want is you don't want this. You don't want that. Because when you do this, you're creating a whole bunch of liquidity, a whole bunch of sell orders that are here that it may have been skipped, a whole bunch of fair value gaps. This is what the market makers are maybe pushing up the price. So whenever you see this really nice big, candles and no sideways action like this right here is beautiful. Came down, came up, came down, came up, came down, came up, came down, finally broke this level, then broke this level, then broke this level. This right here is perfect. But when you have this, it's not good, because this is FOMO, moon mission. Yes, I get it. But guess what happens? And I'm sure this happened to you, where it, boom, comes down and comes down hard. You're trying to sell it, trying to sell it, trying to sell it, trying to sell it, trying. Finally, you sell it at a loss. That's what happens. Okay. Moving on. Moving on. All right. So, looking at FETs. Let's see here. I mean, it looks good. I mean, it had a really nice run up. Then it came down, created a low, then created a higher high, which is good. This is bullish. Came down, created a higher low, which again is bullish. Now, granted, all this is very easy to see in hindsight. Very easy to see. However, when we're actually trading, this is what we need to be looking for. We have a low, we have a higher low. Now it's coming up, and does it create a higher high? Nope. Stopped right here. It's losing gas. It's losing its strength. It's losing its momentum. And then it comes down and it breaks this level. And then it breaks this level right away. And now it created a lower low. So this right here is screaming to you, okay, well, when this started happening, actually the lower high was our first clue. This is kind of warning you, we might want to start doing shorts. And again, it's easy to say in hindsight, but this is market structure. This is change of character. This is break of structure. This is all those big words that you want to, do. That's what this is. It's literally a lower high, which is saying that it's losing strength. Then once it breaks this level, now it's like, whoa, be careful. Then it broke another level. Now it's okay. Now game's on. Now let's short. We short, and it psychs us out. Comes all the way back up over here. But we don't break this level. Comes down. Now we're looking at it. We have a low. We have a higher low. Uh-oh. Not good for shorts. This is showing strength. We have a high, we have a lower high. Okay. Now we're talking. This is good for shorts because this is showing that we're losing momentum, losing strength. Comes down, creates a double bottom. Not good. All that is saying that there's a level of support right here that is really strong, and this one didn't break. Comes up, breaks our level of resistance. Not good. More than likely, we have our stop loss somewhere down here, and we would close our short. Because this could go up. Now, granted, notice I said that we would close our short. And unlike all these other mentors, oh yeah, I would leave my short open because of, then they start looking for reasons. We have this bearish divergence, and we have, man, get out of here. Normally, you would say, oh, this is the double bottom, and we broke the neckline, and the measure move is up here, and then we got this. That's what they would do. Me, I tell you what I would do in the moment. Yes, I know it went down. Yes, we had a short open, but because we had this level of support, get a bounce, break above our resistance level, I would think, okay, it's coming up. And you know, it's gaining strength now. It's going up. Close out our short. But we never know what's gonna happen. It met resistance right in this area, broke this level. Now, would I enter a short here? More than likely not. More than likely, I would enter my short once it broke this level, because this is the most recent short. Or, I mean, if I wanted to, I could do this one, but I seriously doubt it. It would be this one. Just due to, you know, it came here, came here, came here, then it went up. This is our new high. So this would be the one that we would use. And then as soon as it breaks it, boom, now we're in the short again, knowing that here is a level of support. And because of this level of support, we know that, you know, more than likely we might get a bounce, but once we break this level, we can add to our short. And then bingo and a bango. So this is how we do every single coin. Every single coin. All right. Now, with that being said, Joe, I know it's really easy to say this in hindsight, but what would I do right now? Okay. Well, let's look at this one right now. We have FET. This is on the daily time frame. As Crypto Candy mentioned, it is under, it is above the 50 SMA on the daily time frame, which is good. Let's see here. Let's do our magnet tool. Let's go to our horizontal line, and let's actually use this level right here. So we're using this pivot. Came down, stopped, created a pivot, changed direction, started coming up. And now let's use this level right here. And we had this wick. Almost touch it. Okay. So here we go. We're looking at this. We see that it was, you know, coming down, started going sideways, came up, broke this level, got rejected here, came down, is right here right now. If you were to enter this trade, I personally would not, because it's at the very bottom, and it would be so different if the market was better. 100% I would enter right now. You're at the absolute bottom, 100%. But because of what Bitcoin is doing and how it dropped and how it can continue to drop and just the market in general, it'd be very high risk to enter right now. Now, what is the range of this? Oof, nice, man. I'm almost tempted to enter and have a stop loss just underneath that wick, about 11%. Let me see this. I thought that was like 8%. So knowing what the percentage is of the range truly does help determine if, you know, you should enter, if you should wait. So here would be a really nice first target. Let's look at a 4-hour time frame. I'm looking at more of the ups and downs. Candle bodies look good. They got really weak. Candle bodies start looking good. Not a lot of sell pressure or buy pressure. You know, all these wicks made a higher high, which is good. Go to a 1-hour. I'm trying to not enter this trade right now. That's what I'm trying to do. I mean, what I could even do, what I could even do, go back to the 4-hour. Take off our moving averages. Okay. Because of the market, What I could even do is put a very, very tight stop loss. I'm not messing around. 4% stop loss. I don't care. And if I get stopped out, I'm only getting stopped out with a very little amount that I'm going to lose. And then what I'll do is I'll just set an alert right here once. So first I would set an alert for me getting stopped out. If I do get stopped out, okay, no problem. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to set an alert above these wicks right here, so I can add, or so I can enter again as long as it's above 4-hour candle must close above this level. And then I'm going to enter, knowing that I have an area of resistance right here. And the price action may come down. I get stopped out. I don't care. I have my alert. My alert goes off and it shows me that the price action is up here. Awesome. I enter the trade knowing that the price could come up, come down, come up, down. Do this for an extended period of time before it does break up. Now, if it does break up, now this is my new level of support. And then, of course, here would be my level of resistance. Maybe come down, maybe do this for a little bit again, and then shoot up. So I do like this one, and I really love the biggest thing that I love about this is the size of this range. The size of this range is very nice. I love the fact that it had, this wasn't the best accumulation. And the reason for that is because the market makers will see this area as an area of interest. So if the price does break below this and I get stopped out and it breaks below, this would be an absolute, man, I'm talking gorgeous short if the price action breaks below this. So I'm actually personally going to set an alert. Let's see, let me get rid of this again. I'm going to set an alert underneath this. So I'm going to put it about, and I'll do it right here. We can see it about right here. And then I'm also going to do Alt J. And then I'm going to say alerts right here. And then the alert that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set it. I'm going to put S for short and then just a question mark. So what that's going to do is if the alert goes off, I'm going to know that, hey, this might be a nice short because right here is a nice area of interest. This area right here was accumulation. So let's do from here to here. And I'm going to show you the difference. So let's go ahead and make this one this color. Okay. So let's go ahead and zoom in. I want to show you the difference. Let's go ahead and double click. Okay. So when you have accumulation, you have multiple touches, minimum 2, preferably 3 touches on the bottom. So here, we do have the start of this. We can say, for me, I'm going to use these candle body closes. Now you can use wicks. I prefer candle bodies. So here I do have this candle body. We do have a touch with the wick. We do have several touches with the wick. So I do like this. Let's see here. If we did just this, I mean, you still get plenty of touches. But for me personally, I do it with my candle bodies. Now, before I used to only use the candle bodies for divergence. Then one of my mentors mentioned that to also use the wicks. So sometimes I use either or, whatever makes it work, I guess. Let's see here. What else? Let's see. Lenny Kid says, stop loss lesson number 1. LOL. Yes, stop loss. Always. See, we do Popcats. Yeah, sure. We can check those. We can check those for you. Oh, speaking of that, I got to do rapid fire. So this right here was accumulation. And this is what you want to see. This is perfect accumulation. Then, of course, when it breaks out, usually it breaks out in very nice form. And this one did. Just beautiful. Now, because if it does break below this, this is a nice area of support zone, you can say, or accumulation zone, but this would be an area of interest for the market makers. And yes, this one right here, the market makers, based off of this, and you'll see that, based off of this green candle, this was movement from the market makers, pushing it up. So market makers would be very interested to bring it back down here. Doesn't mean they will, but they might. Okay, so the next ones are going to be rapid fire. Let's go YouTube. Next ones are going to be rapid fire, and it's going to be a TREMP MEXC. Okay, this one's looking good, I think. What the heck did I just do? Control Z. Okay, this one's looking good. Sure, this is a low market cap coin, but for this one, I would just set an alert above this right here, right at this level, 1955. The 4-hour candle must close above this 1777. Isn't that Independence Day or something? No, I'm really dumb when it comes to that stuff. But the candle must close above 1777, Independence Day or something. Bicentennial? No, that's 76. But anyway, let's see here. So this 4-hour candle close must close above this. And then if so, it should do very well, potentially. Let's see here. We do have a low, then a higher low. We do have this level of pretty strong resistance, support. And then we have all these levels that it needs to break. This right here, all of this is huge liquidity. Actually, I'm going to say from all this right here. All of this is huge area liquidity. So if, you do enter the trade, you're looking at, good Lord, 100%. Now, granted, none of this is financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm just a guy on the internet who knows how to trade. So that's all I am. So your first target would be right around 40%. Your next target would be right around 82%. And then your last target would be right around 105%. So these are your targets. So make sure to put those. I'm going to actually put these kind of big so you can see it. Should have just changed the thing. 14. 18. This really doesn't matter, but I like to make it to where it's 61. Dang it. I was right there too. Oh, who's in here, guys? Who's in here? Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. These are your targets for that one. I do like it. And of course, stop loss, I would have it super, super tight, maybe 10%. If I get stopped out 3, 4, 5 times, I don't even care because I'll have my alert here. Finally, when I do enter and this does play out, I will make up all of the times that were failed entries and make it up by a whole bunch. So there's that one. I do like that one a lot. The next one is, let's see, MEXC. Okay. This one right here, this one is higher risk, just due to the fact that it has come all the way down to the level of support. No reason why it should not go down. We had this come down, went a little further down, came up, down to the same around area, came up, down to the same area, came up. It loves testing this area. Now we did a high, lower high, lower high, lower high, possibly another lower high. If you were looking at possible patterns, you would see shoulder, head, shoulder. This is the neckline. You'll go down to the negatives probably. Let's just see. So from here to here, you're looking at around 0.027 cents. About. Do I think it'll come down that much? No. Now, we did have a zone. So we do have this level as well. So we have this level. So for this one, pretty much same thing. I would wait for it to break above this level. I would set an alert around there. And then once my alert goes off, then I would enter the trade. No matter where it was at. If it was up here, I would enter the trade. If it's down here, I would enter the trade. This is just going to tell me that it didn't go down. That's what this is going to tell me. So as soon as my alert goes off, I enter the trade. Why don't I want to enter the trade right now? Because this might go like this. So this is why I don't want to enter right now. I want to wait. I want to get notified. And then once my alert goes off, I enter. Now, of course, for this one, let's just say candle was way down. Let's just say right here. Why not? Stay right here. First target around 32%. This is my first target. Now, with this one, of course, I would definitely have a stop loss that would be right under here. No, it'll be too much. So depending on where I enter, 20%. I don't know what the market cap is on this one. Don't know what this one. Hey, we got Crypto Billy in the house. What's up, Crypto Billy? Appreciate you, man, for being in here. Appreciate you greatly. This one, it's too much of a stop loss. So what I would end up doing is I would actually have to do Alt H for this level, and then my stop loss would have to be really tight. So if we did enter here, my stop loss would be roughly around, we can do 12%. No, let's do 15%. That's not too bad. A 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So we'll do that. We'll put our stop loss here. And then, of course, depending on our entry, depends. So if the alert goes off and the price is way down here, well, then this is where you enter. This will be your first still target. And then you would just have your stop loss underneath this one. But if it is here, then this is what we would do. Let's go and put this here. This is going to be our stop loss. And do this. Did I get it right? Nope. Afraid of that. Okay, let's do this one as our target. And then this one as our stop loss. Good. All right, any last questions, comments, concerns, issues? Hey, did I get it right? Oh, right. Awesome. Got it right on there. Those are stop loss. Any questions, comments, concerns, issues, let me know, or forever hold your peace. We do this every single day at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour of free mentorship. We go over Bitcoin, then after that, we go over your coins. We give you setups, we give you thought process. Again, none of this is financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. We show you how to actually trade here. That's one thing that we do here. We don't regurgitate stuff that we've looked on, different websites or different books or different mentors or anything like that. We give you actual true life experience. And that's what we do every single day. We go over divergence, why it works and why it doesn't work. We go over moving averages, what they truly are. They are not magnets. For everybody who says they're magnets, they are not magnets. This is one of my biggest things. They are a moving average. They are an average of the candle body closes. It's in the name. It's not a moving magnet. It's a moving average. Very important. So, that we go over that stuff. We go over a whole bunch of other concepts. I'm showing you stuff without giving you all these big, complicated terms, pattern memorizations. I'm showing you market structure. I'm showing you the charts. I'm showing you the break of structure, the change of character. I'm showing you all this stuff by simply saying it needs to break this high. Be careful with this low. How easy is that? I simplify everything when it comes to trading. And if that's something that you like, if that's something that you enjoy, definitely join our group. We have a VIP group. We do a lot of thought process in the VIP group. If nothing else, join us every single day at 3 p.m. We do this free mentorship. I want to make you money, and that's my goal. My goal is to get rich with you, not because of you. If you have any questions, I will show you here. I would not say, oh, you have to join my group in order for me to give that information. No, ask me here. Like I said, I want to get rich with you, not because of you. That's all I got, guys. Let's see here. I do thank you so very much. We'll see you tomorrow. Until then, oh, make sure the links are in the description, guys. I have links to, of course, no KYC exchanges, and of course to the information as far as, you know, getting into the group and all that good stuff. I do thank you guys. My name is Joe. This is Trade Intuition. We will see you tomorrow. Remember, you don't always have to be in a trade. Don't FOMO. Don't FOMO into a short. Don't FOMO into a long. Let the trades come to you. My most expensive lesson was that patience. Man, that was my most expensive lesson. Don't let that be yours. But again, some people, they just have to learn on their own. And you'll see. FOMO is not the way. That's all I got, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, let's make this money. Take care. Now for my favorite song. Favorite song coming up. Here we go.
Yeah, trade intuition, flipping charts, mad precision. We on the grind, no sleep, endless mission. Crypto waves, no tide, just decisions. Ride or die with the block's ambition. Let's make this money, profits rain like monsoon. Bull up bear, we adapt, typhoon. While it's packed, no room, full bloom. Path to riches, straight shot, no detour too soon. Trading is only as difficult as you make it. Rise, fall, rise again, never fake it. Cold wallets, private keys, gotta break it. Crypto life on the edge, let's shake it. Trade intuition, candlestick intuition. Charts wilder than Wild West ambition. We got the drive, mad clicks, no permission. Ready for the moon, orbits our mission. Let's make this money, stacking sats, no fiat. Eyes on the prize, mad gains, where's the hack? Diamond hands, no flinch, iron combat. Full speed to the peak, no fall back. Trading is only as difficult as you make it.